Hello everyone and welcome back to Sea Turtle Cove Challenge, and we are here in this beautiful park, this stretch of land and gorgeous ocean that we have been put in charge of, and you guys have been helping this place grow really well. You have cleaned up the toxic barrels full of oil and other chemicals that could have caused so much damage to this area. You have added in several patches of seaweed. Today we actually get to spend our research money on adding in several coral reefs and some new biologists, because you guys voted last time to spend our research grants on adding in several coral reefs, so we're able to add in up to 10 little patches of coral reefs today. And you left 400 likes last time, which means the second choice gets a huge boost, so we actually get 4 new beach biologists who are going to help take care of this beautiful land and take care of all of the creatures within it and help us to study all of the ground rollers, study all of the jellyfish, study all of the things that show up. But first, we kind of need to deal with a major disaster. A major beach disaster. Look at this! Look at this nonsense! It is the 4th of July and this is a public beach, so people are getting so fed up and so bored with having nothing to do and no entertainment of any kind. They don't have any educators here to teach people like proper beach protocol and how to take care of the beach better. So people are starting to wander off of the paths now, and they are just they are starting to bring their own toys and they're starting to bring their own food. They're trying to set up little picnics here. They're trying to play with their beach balls. They're trying to build sand castles. Thankfully, like, we've discreetly stomped on those because that's not good beach behavior. So it's 4th of July weekend and everyone's here and crowded, and they're very cranky because they came to spend a good day at the beach, and we've neglected our guests. So there's nothing for them to eat. There's nowhere for them to rest. There's nobody to educate them into how to properly adventure and spend a good time at this beach. They don't have anything to do. They don't have any way to like look through binoculars and telescopes and actually look at the animals. So they're starting to take matters into their own hands. Their own hands! And it's a disaster. Now they're leaving beach balls all over the place. That's dangerous plastic that could like hurt our animals. They're leaving behind like patches of raw food. I mean, I don't think that like a bunch of grapes and a bunch of lettuce is going to hurt our animals, but still they're starting to wander everywhere. What if more of them get into the water? What if they drowned? Our beach would really get in trouble. We could lose all our funding. And I've complained about the guest, but I was told that we absolutely must entertain the guest because this is a public park. And if we aren't able to entertain the guest at some point and we lose all of our stars, then they're going to take away all of our funding, you guys. And that's just not a good thing. That's not a good thing to lose all of our funding. So we don't have to spend our research money today on taking care of the guest. We can spend it on turtles. We can spend it on other things. But this is a new problem and it's a new development. Look, they're wandering off the path. It is a new development we need to think about. They don't have anything to do. They don't have anything to eat. And they don't have anybody here as an educator to teach them. I mean, really, hello, Bob Ross. We really can't blame them if we don't have an educator here for them not understanding they can't just bring beach balls and wander along the beach like this. They've already done some damage, you guys. They've already done some serious damage. As you can see, beach balls everywhere. It's been a beach party. These people have just gone badonkers. They've really caused so much damage. And I'm afraid that already our grebe population has suffered as a result, because before we could stop them in time, there was a disastrous barbecue. Just look at this. Look at this. They're not allowed to start fires over here, but because people didn't really have anything else to do, they came over and threw a party. And so they had a barbecue party over here. They have left behind all of these beach balls. There's trash, slabs of meat that just fell on the ground. So they left it there. They left behind their grill. They gathered up a whole bunch of our twigs, and they've left trash all over the place. This is just terrible. This is terrible. But this is completely a result of them not having anything to do and coming to the beach and taking matters into their own hands. They didn't know, because they didn't have anybody educating them, how important this area was for our grebes. And so we have actually lost some of our greater crested grebes, which is a huge pity because it has broken up some of the mated pairs. They were supposed to start laying eggs soon. Oh gosh. So it's very sad. But that just goes to show how the humans are also another part of the ecology here in our park that we need to consider. So phooey on that. Phooey on that, I say. Oh gosh. gosh. But we do have the maintenance workers, so they'll be able to come over here and help me clean all of this up. And then we'll go ahead and check in on the grebes we have left. And thankfully, we actually get to add in some more beach biologists. So I'm really worried about these guys because I think it has actually set them off of laying their eggs and having more babies. Our beach biologists are clearly very concerned as well. So I don't know what it's going to do to our shorebird populations, you guys. And so far, they've just contained their damage and their boredom. When people are bored, they do destroy things to this area. And I mean, again, if they don't have anybody telling them, hey, watch out for the shorebirds. Hey, watch out for the plovers. They lay their eggs literally on the sand. Throwing beach balls around could crush their eggs. If they don't have anyone educating them about those things, it makes sense that they wouldn't know any better and that they would cause damage to the beach and the beach animals, even if they didn't really intend to. All right. So that's the things we need to worry about today. And we do need to add in some more biologists. So you guys left 400 likes, and the likes will actually have a bonus boost. The more likes you leave, the more the bonus boost second item that you guys vote for in our straw polls on what we should spend the research funding goes to. So it was 400 likes last time. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4 new biologists. So here's Biologist Ashton. And then right over here, we have Biologist Khan. And actually, I'm kind of tempted. Oh gosh, what was that? Are the birds playing with the beach balls? So there is a side effect I didn't anticipate, like the birds actually playing with the beach balls. That's kind of adorable. So I think what I'm also going to do is rename all of the biologists. There we go. Biologist, just biologist. He's just one person. Oh goodness, my poor mind is so scattered worrying about them. But I will rename the biologist after those of you who leave fun comments pretending to be a biologist here in the Sea Turtle Cove. So if you would like to leave like a little paragraph or two of what life would be like if you worked here as a biologist with the Cove currently, how it is and what work you would do, then I'll go through and you guys can upvote the ones you like, and we will pick out a few people to rename all of our biologists and future workers after. I think that would be a really fun way. Oh, there's the purple striped jellyfish. I think that would be a really fun way to kind of have you guys present and interacting, and just like leaving the likes to pick up all of the trash, showing the direct influence that you will have on our cove. So that is the disaster we're dealing with today, is the 4th of July parties and the way people are setting up picnics. They're getting bored. They're wandering off of the paths. They don't have anyone teaching them proper beach etiquette, so they're just leaving trash all over the place. We can pick up the trash at least. That's a good perk. Oh, yay, and the ivory-billed woodpecker, the woodpeckers that we have in quotation marks over here, just laid an egg. Let's see if we can find the egg, actually. That would be kind of fun. The biologists are all excited. They have scurried over here. Hello, little woodpecker. I bet your egg is like hidden really, really, really well somewhere in the brush, somewhere deep in here. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to find it somewhere. All right, but yes, so the woodpeckers have laid their eggs, and there's a crested grebe that can't be reached, off to drink water. Ah, no, the grebes are like wandering around the people. Oh gosh, I hope they're gonna be okay. Stay safe, guys. Oh goodness. All right, we'll have to worry about them later. All right, so, oh my goodness, that is going down. And let's check in. So as you can see, our little, and the guests are starving. That's why they're starting their own picnics and leaving stuff all over the place as a result of having a picnic. And our little seaweed areas are actually growing. Slowly but surely, our little seaweed kelp patch over here is expanding, and it is starting to feed some new animals. So I wouldn't be surprised if we'll start seeing new animals showing up in the waters pretty soon. And for now, though, we get to focus on adding in more coral reefs. So we get to add in 10 of these and then surround them with, well, maybe not 10 of these giant ones, but we get to add in, where are they? We have enough funding to add in some of the big coral reef pieces, and that's a really, really, really good thing, and that should definitely help us out when it comes to attracting a lot of the ocean animals to our zoo. So let me see if I can find, where have my rocks gone? There's my rocks. There they are. But yeah, the coral reefs will provide, there we go, large reef rock, that's what we're looking for. They are going to provide lots of shelter for different animals to be able to come and make homes here in our park. So we get to put in a few of these big ones. Look at that. And just think about all of the fish. Think about all, look, already there's fish. Yes, that's wonderful. That means it is going to provide food for our wonderful jellyfish, and the jellyfish provide food for so many of our turtles. That is just fantastic. So we have enough funding to do like 10 of these big rocks today. And then we'll just have to kind of encourage things. I think we'll get another giant table coral going. Yeah, there we go. So 5. Oh, that's looking awesome already. And then we can swim in there and see if we can just drag some little rocks in. That would be pretty fun. And then we can expect, as this grows over time... Wow, look at the water. There we go. Yeah, look at all of that, you guys. This is going to be wonderful. So by investing in the coral reefs, it creates a sanctuary for so many different fish. We now have different home environments. We have different places where the fish can hide. We can start attracting things that eat the fish, like eels or other fish. It's a very fishy fish world in the ocean after all. And we do have several varieties of turtle that will kind of nibble on fish. And hopefully these environments will actually be able to get some seaweed. Look, there's even a little sea star. Oh, it's so cute. We might see more sea stars showing up. You really need somewhere in the ocean, because the ocean is so big and vast. You need to kind of have these points where life can latch onto. And that's what these little coral reefs are going to give us. And you often see coral reefs in the tropical part of the world. So there's coral reefs, obviously, the famous one, the Great Coral Reef in Australia. But you still have coral reefs that are actually around Hawaii, for instance. Hawaii's coral reefs are really fantastic. And there's a lot of unnamed islands that biologists actually go to out in the oceans, kind of in that tropical latitude where Hawaii is at, that are unnamed. They don't really have enough on their surface to support life on the island, but they have these really rich, gorgeous coral reefs that support huge densities of biodiversity in the water. It's amazing. Coral reefs are really fantastic. We're losing stars, oh phooey, and they're really, really critical when it comes to providing homes out in the big, vast ocean for all sorts of animals and all sorts of fish. So in fact, there's a hungry jellyfish right there. So we'll put down 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of want to make it like a big chain like this. And then maybe we'll sprinkle in like another large reef rock. Oh, that's kind of cute. Let's put 5. There we go. And that's a nice another large beach rock with just the look at that. Ah, that's so cool. The little sea star just sticking out of the water like that. I wonder if we'll attract some of the sea otters. That would be really fun if we ended up getting some sea otters. All right, let's pull up just a little bit more. And we can't add too many more of the rocks, but we are allowed to kind of deck out the coral reef and make it a good, healthy start. Look at this. This is possibly one of the biggest benefits, the biggest boost you guys could have voted on, I think. Because look at all that. It's going to provide a home for so many fish. This is going to be really beautiful. All right, let's come on over and we can add in just a few more. Oh, that was a large one, wasn't it? Okay, I gotta take that one down. The large ones, and each large one can have like 2 or 3 rocks to be associated with it, can only be put down like once or twice. There we go. All right, we've still got one over here I can put down. Then we can put down little rocks as well. And coral reefs are part of a living creature. Living creatures. What you see with coral is kind of like what you see with I hesitate to say it, but like an anthill or a termite mound. You're looking at a community that has more or less worked together. Coral is kind of not quite a plant, but it's easiest just to be very, very broad and general to think of it growing kind of like a plant does in sort of one direction, whereas like a termite mound seems to go all over the place. But you are looking at a community. So when you look at a coral reef, you're actually looking at community after community after community of groups of living organisms. And then you're also looking at the fact that these communities have lived and died, because a lot of the coral reefs are built upon the bodies of those who have gone before. So it's like you're looking at an ancient city where all of the living inhabitants are on the outside or on the top, and I just think that's really amazing. I really love that. All right, and then let's see, we can put down a few more small rocks. We just can only put down the big ones when we have the funding for it, and the small guys, we only get about 3 per big rock, but we still have tons of small ones, like 30 small ones, because you guys picked this. There we go. I think this bodes well, you guys. I think this bodes very well. Nice, thick coral reef system. We should hopefully see lots of happy fish. Lots of happy fish means lots of happy jellyfish. Lots of happy jellyfish means hopefully we'll have lots of happy turtles. And remember, the challenge is to be able to get up to 100 turtles born in the park while maintaining a happy public land that our people will enjoy, our guests who are starving will enjoy, and hopefully even getting up to a 5-star rating. But we don't even have a single sea turtle yet. So I wonder, we're not really really making much progress with that part of the challenge, but I'm actually really proud of you guys because you have thought through making sure there are going to be food sources provided, making sure there's going to be shelters provided, and taking care of the beaches. And look, we need a lifeguard. If we have somebody drowned, it's not going to be good for us whatsoever. Oh goodness, and now they've had to start like separating the grebes. Oh gosh. Yeah, they've had to separate the grebes. This means that the grebes were having issues with the people who are visiting. So the people are disrupting our animals. We need to remember that. They are beginning to disrupt our animals. They're leaving behind their picnic trash and they're bringing their own picnics because they're hungry. They are wandering off the path because they don't have enough education in how to take care of the beaches and how to interact safely with the beaches. They don't know what to do. They're bored, so they're bringing their beach balls. This is starting to cause some major problems, and the beach is really starting to dip in popularity, and we're losing stars fast. So there's a lot of choices on what you guys can spend the money on next. Are we going to go ahead and just get ourselves the sea turtles yet? Are we going to do that? Or are you guys still worried that we don't have enough fish? Are you still worried that we don't have enough places for the fish to live? Are you still worried we don't have enough food sources? The jellyfish are dying of illness. Well, stop beaching yourselves, for crying out loud, you guys. Clearly the jellyfish weren't able to make it long enough to wait for new fish to move in over here. But yeah, do you think our ocean is still too empty to support life? Or do you think that they're going to be okay? Or should we spend some time investing in like shorebird protection? There are so many choices, and this is a living ecosystem. So I will leave it in your guys' hands to figure out what you're going to do. Don't forget the secondary choice in every straw poll will be picked as well, and the effect of that choice will be determined on how many likes you guys leave, just because it's a really great way to have that community interaction. And I really hope we're going to be okay. But man, look at this. I'm so proud of you guys. What a fantastic little coral reef we've started. I can't wait to see what you make it grow into. I mean, look, the little jellyfish is already over here and is so happy about it. And that's because of you. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.